Vaikunta Dwaram, complete technical documentation. Project overview. A spiritual booking platform. Vaikunta Dwaram is a comprehensive web application designed for devotees visiting the sacred Tirumala Venkateswara temple during the auspicious Vaikunta Ekadashi festival. This full-stack MERN application combines modern web technologies with spiritual devotion, creating a seamless booking experience for darshanam, accommodations, and temple visits. Front-end architecture, client-side. The front-end is built using React 18 with React Router v6 for navigation and Tailwind CSS for styling, following a component-based architecture with Context API for state management. Entry point, index.js. The application begins its journey in src/index.js, which serves as the root file. This file imports React and React DOM, then renders the main >app component into the DOM element with id, root, from public/index.html. It also imports index.css, which contains Tailwind directives, at Tailwind base, components, utilities, that process all utility classes used throughout the application. Core application. App.jsx. The app.jsx file is the heart of the application structure. It wraps the entire application in three critical layers. First, the >auth provider > from auth context provides authentication state globally. Second, the router > from React Router DOM enables client-side routing. Third, a layout structure with navbar > content area, and footer > Inside the content area, the roots > component defines all application paths. The home root is public and shows the landing page. The login root, login, displays authentication forms. All other routes, darshanam booking, room booking, places, cabs, temple map, and emergency contacts, are wrapped in protected root > components, meaning users must authenticate before accessing them. Authentication context. Context/authcontext.js. This is the brain of the authentication system. The auth context creates a React context that provides authentication state and methods to all components. It maintains three key pieces of state: user, current user object, token, JWT authentication token, and loading, tracks initialization status. When the component mounts, it checks local storage for existing token and user data, automatically logging in returning users. The login function accepts email and password, sends them to the backend API at API, auth, login, receives a JWT token and user object, stores both in local storage, and updates the context state. The register function works similarly but calls API, auth, register with additional fields like name and phone. The logout function clears local storage and resets context state. The getAuth header function returns an authorization header with the bearer token, used by all protected API requests. This context is consumed by the navbar, to show user info, protected root, to check authentication, and all booking pages, to make authenticated API calls. Navigation component. Component/navbar.jsx. The navbar is a responsive navigation bar with a gradient background, orange to sky blue. It reads authentication state from auth context using useContext, authContext, and conditionally renders menu items based on is authenticated. For unauthenticated users, it shows only the home link and a login button. For authenticated users, it displays links to all features, darshanam, rooms, places, temple map, and emergency. It also shows the user's name in a badge and a logout button. The mobile version uses a hamburger menu icon, menu X from Lucide React, that toggles a drop-down menu, ensuring the same functionality on smaller screens. Root protection. Component/protectedroot.jsx. This component acts as a security guard for protected routes. It wraps any page that requires authentication. When rendered, it checks the is-authenticated flag from auth context. If the user is not authenticated, it uses >navigate to equals, login, replace, greater than to redirect to the login page. If authentication is still loading, checking local storage, it displays a loading spinner. Only when authenticated and finished loading does it render the actual page content via children. Landing page, pages/home.jsx. The home page is the first thing visitors see, a beautiful, gradient background page introducing Vaikunta Ekadashi. It features the Vaikunta logo with a bounce animation, a title, Vaikunta Ekadashi, Mukkoti Ekadashi, and descriptive text about the festival's spiritual significance. Below the hero section, a features grid displays 5 service cards: Darshanam booking, room booking, cab services, temple map, and emergency contacts. Each card has an icon from Lucid React, a title, description, and a gradient top border. When clicked, authenticated users navigate to the respective service. Unauthenticated users are redirected to log in. The page ends with an informational section explaining why Vaikunta Ekadashi is special, featuring 3 cards about Vaikunta Dwaram opening, spiritual significance, and divine blessings. Authentication page, pages/login.jsx. This dual-purpose page handles both login and registration using a toggle mechanism. The UI has 2 tabs, Login and Register, that switch the form fields. Both forms share common fields, email and password. The Register form adds name and phone number fields. The component maintains form state using user state for all input fields, error messages, loading status, and the show, hide password toggle. When submitted, it prevents default form behavior, validates inputs, password must be at least 6 characters for registration, and calls either login or register from auth context. Success redirects users to the home page using Navigate. Errors display in a red alert box above the form. Each input field has an icon from Lucid React, mail, log, user, phone, positioned absolutely for visual appeal. The password field includes an eye icon toggle to show, hide the password text. Darshanam booking, pages/darshanambooking.jsx. This page lets devotees book specific time slots for temple darshan. The interface is split into 2 columns, a booking form on the left and a booking history on the right. The form pre-fills user details, name, email, phone, from the auth context. Users select a date, must be today or future, a time slot from 8 to or windows, 6 am to 10 pm, number of people, 1 to 10, and the darshanam type, regular, special, or Vaikunta Dwara Darshanam. When submitted, the form data is sent via Axios post to API Darshanam book with the authentication header from getAuth header. The backend generates a unique booking ID and returns it. A success message displays the booking ID, and the form resets. The right panel shows all users' past bookings fetched from API Darshanam, My Bookings, displaying booking ID, type, date, time slot, number of people, and status, confirmed, cancelled, completed, with color-coded badges. Room booking, pages, room booking. JSX. The room booking interface displays available room types in the right panel. Standard room, 800 rupees per night. Deluxe room, 1500 rupees per night. Premium room, 2500 rupees per night. And dormitory, 300 rupees per night. Each card shows amenities as colored badges. The left panel contains the booking form. After selecting check-in and check-out dates, room type, number of rooms, and number of guests, the component calculates the total price in real time. The calculation multiplies price per night times number of rooms times number of nights. The nights are calculated by subtracting check-in from check-out dates. Submission sends data to API rooms book, which stores the booking in Mongoose with a unique booking ID. The backend calculates and stores the total price server-side as well for verification. Users can view their booking history, which shows check-in, check-out dates, room type, number of rooms, and total price paid. Places to visit, pages/places.jsx. This informational page showcases 10 famous places near Tirumala temple. Each place is displayed as a card with an emoji icon, name, distance from temple, and description. Places include Akasa Ganga, 2 km, Papavinasam, 5 km, Kapila Tirtham, 3 km, Sri Kalyana Venkateswara Temple, 4 km, Talakona Waterfalls, 50 km, Chandragiri Fort, 15 km, ISKCON Tirupati, 8 km, Silathuranam, 1 km, Sri Govindaraja Swami Temple, 10 km, and TTD Gardens, 7 km. At the top, a prominent call to action button with a navigation icon links to the cab booking page, encouraging users to book transportation for their visits. The cards have hover effects. They lift up slightly and cast larger shadows, creating an interactive experience. Cab booking. Pager/cabbooking.jsx. The cab booking system helps devotees travel to nearby sacred places. The left panel contains a booking form where users enter their name, phone, pickup location, defaulting to Tirumala Temple, destination, selected from the places listed on the places page, date, time, cab type, and number of passengers. 3 cab types are available: sedan, 4 capacity, 12 rupees per kilometer, SUV, 7 capacity, 18 rupees per kilometer, and tempo traveler, 12 capacity, 25 rupees per kilometer. The right panel displays detailed cards for each cab type showing capacity, price per kilometer, description, and features. When booking, the backend calculates the estimated price based on predefined distances to each destination and the selected cabs per kilometer rate, multiplied by 2 for round trip. The booking is stored with a unique booking ID starting with cab. Users receive the estimated price in the confirmation message. Temple map. Pager/templemap.jsx. This page provides a visual guide to navigating the Tirumala temple complex. It displays 60 sections. Main temple, Sanctum Sanctorum, Vaikunta Dwaram, special entrance during the festival, queue complex, waiting area, prasadam counter, blessed offerings, parking area, and accommodation. Each section is represented as a card with a colored left border, an icon, mapped from Lucid React, section name, and description. The cards are arranged in a responsive grid. Below the map sections, important guidelines are displayed. Dress code, traditional attire required, no photography inside the temple, and queue discipline instructions. An animated compass icon in the center creates a visual focal point. Emergency contacts. Pages, emergency contacts. JSX. This critical page organizes essential phone numbers into 5 categories, each with its own gradient-colored header. Emergency services, Police 100, Ambulance 108, Fire 101, TTD helpline, Call center, online services, accommodation booking, medical facilities, SVIMS hospital, Alipri hospital, medical emergency, security, vigilance wing, lost and found, women helpline, and information, temple timings, darshan info, general inquiry. Each category is a card with a colored header containing an icon, alert circle, phone, cross, shield, info, and category name. The body lists all numbers with labels and clickable phone links using href tel for mobile devices. At the bottom, 3 tip cards remind users to save numbers, share location, and carry medical kits. Footer component. Component/footer.jsx. The footer spans the entire width with a dark gray gradient background. It's divided into 4 columns: about, logo, brief description, quick links, navigation to all pages, contact us, address, phone, email with icons, and temple timings, Suprabhatam, darshan hours, special timings. Icons from Lucid React, Mappen, phone, mail, heart, enhance visual hierarchy. The bottom bar displays a copyright notice in a made with for devotees message. All links use React routers less than link greater than component for spa navigation. Wrench backend architecture, server side. The backend is a RESTful API built with Express.js and Mongoose using Mongoose ODM, following an MVC-like pattern with models, routes, and middleware. Server entry, server.js. The server.js file initializes the Express application and sets up all middleware and routes. It first loads environment variables from .env using the .env package. The Express.json middleware parses incoming JSON request bodies. The CORS middleware enables cross-origin resource sharing, allowing the React frontend, localhost 3000, to communicate with the backend, localhost 5000. Mongoose connection is established using Mongoose connect with the connection string from environment variables. Success logs. Mongoose connected successfully, while errors are caught and logged. The server listens on port 5000, or port from .env, logging startup information. 4 root groups are mounted. API, auth for authentication endpoints, API, darshanam for darshanam bookings, API, rooms for room bookings, and API, cabs for cab bookings. A global error handler middleware catches any unhandled errors